The test is coming. The test is coming. I remember back in school, there would be days where you went over certain things and learned certain lessons. Then you had days where you read the book and the teacher taught you certain things. Then you had days where you would review what you had learned. Then you had the days where there would be pop quizzes. Then you had the days where there would be the real test. That's what I'm talking about. The test is coming. And I know what you say. Well, we're living in the beginning of sorrows now, brother. I understand that. But that's not the test. I know you say, man, you got policemen that's killing certain people. I understand that. But that's not the test. Man, the weather is just crazy, man, and different places having these storms, man, it's unreal. I understand that. But that's not the test. Man, have you seen the animals dropping dead, bro? Okay. I understand that. But that's not the test. The test is coming. Remember when you were back in school and you did all the good stuff, but the day that test came, you weren't using no book. The day the test came, you couldn't ask the teacher no questions. The day the test came, you couldn't talk to your friends. It's time to sit down, shut your mouth, and let's see what you learned. Let's see what you learned when you were supposed to be studying. Let's see what you learned when you had the book open. Let's see what you learned when the teacher was up trying to tell you certain things. Let's see what you learned when you was laughing and talking. Let's see what you learned when the teacher was trying to talk, but you was joking with your friends. Let's see what you learned when the test day get here, and we don't have much longer. When that day come, ain't gonna be no open book. What are you gonna do when test day comes? When test day comes, you won't be able to go to church and hear a word from the pastor. When test day comes, it probably won't be no YouTube to get on and listen to videos like this. Listen to Pastor Cochran videos. No, this test day. When test time comes, won't be no live stream. When test time comes, it won't be no going live and fellowshipping with the brothers, fellowshipping with the sisters. What are you going to do when test time comes? What are you going to do when you got to go for what you know? What are you going to do when you got to pull the word up that you got in your heart, but you haven't studied? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. You was running off of ppdrawings. Uh-oh. You was running off of JT. Uh-oh. You didn't know the word for yourself. Uh-oh. You thought you was going to be able to listen to Pastor Cochran. Uh-oh. Test day is here. You don't have no scriptures to fall back on. Uh-oh. Now you got to decide whether you're going to trust God or follow man. You going to do what God said do, or you going to do what man is telling you to do? Uh-oh. Test day is coming. I remember last year, my daughter made grades so good, and she ended the year so good and did so well the entire year until she was exempt from taking the test at the end of the year. So when other kids had to go to school and take tests, she didn't have to go. That ain't gonna happen. We all gotta take this test. You ain't gonna preach so good and witness so good until you don't have to take the test. Nah, preacher, let's see if you knew what you was talking about. Nah, witnesser, let's see if you actually knew what you was witnessing about. Let's see what you was running around the church about. It's test time. Let's see what all that giving was about. Let's see what all that jumping and praising was about. It's test time. What are you gonna do when test day gets here? You better figure it out, because you ain't got much longer. Test time is coming.